On November 16, Omar Abdullah-led government in Jammu and Kashmir completed its first month in office. This marks the first elected government in Jammu and Kashmir in 10 years and also the first after abrogation of Article 370 in August 2019. Although the 4 weeks or 30 days is too little a time to judge the performance of a government, but Omar Abdullah-led government took some noticeable steps. In his first cabinet meeting, Omar Abdullah-led government passed a resolution for the restoration of statehood. Later, in the inaugural session of the assembly, which began on November 4 and ran for 5 days, the government introduced a resolution for the restoration of Article 370, which was passed with majority. The BJP vehemently opposed the resolution, saying that the assembly does not have the mandate to pass such a resolution, and the abrogation of Article 370 has been done by Parliament, also upheld by Supreme Court. However, National Conference, by passing resolution on the restoration of statehood and also for the restoration of Article 370, have fulfilled important poll promises. Although the observers say that the resolution for the restoration of Article 370 did not mention per se Article 370, because the cleverly drafted resolution skipped the mention of Article 370, but it did stress on restoration of special status and also called upon central government to engage with representatives of Jammu and Kashmir for a dialogue to ensure constitutional guarantees. The National Conference leaders argued that the resolution that was passed basically meant what was conferred under Article 370 to Jammu and Kashmir should be conferred again, should be returned or restored to Jammu and Kashmir. These were important poll promises that were fulfilled by Omar Abdullah government to the people in the first week. Apart from that, Omar Abdullah's government took some initiatives. For example, the government reversed the educational calendar of holding exams in November and December. Earlier, the Lieutenant Governor had changed the academic calendar, also the holding of examinations in March, to bring it at par with the rest of the country. However, the government recently, in October 30, announced that the academic calendar was being changed back to the original November-December, which was widely hailed by parents, students and teachers in view of the harsh winter in Jammu and Kashmir. Now exams will be held up to class 9th in November and December, and then the schools and the colleges will close for the winter vacation. Another major step that the government took was increasing the age limit for combined competitive exams from 30 years to 35 years. And also reserved categories, this age has been enhanced to 37 years. However, observers say that the Omar Abdullah has quickly realized the limitations of operating in a union territory, because the Governor Manoj Sinha holds key levers of the power. Omar has therefore made several attempts and several trips to New Delhi, where he met the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, Surface Transport Minister and also the Finance Minister. In his discussion with Prime Minister, he presented copies of resolution for the restoration of statehood, and he also insisted that the central government should continue its developmental programs in Jammu and Kashmir. In his discussions with Finance Minister, Omar Abdullah sought additional financial assistance of 6,000 crores to continue the running of the administration. Remember, Jammu and Kashmir gets a lot of funds in the form of grants and developmental assistance, and also a lot of developmental projects that have been started post Article 370, some of them are near completion and some of them are continuing. So Omar Abdullah government is keen that the development of such projects should continue with the active assistance of the center. The government of Jammu and Kashmir also sought relief during winters for electricity. In winters, the hydropower generation completely dries up in Jammu and Kashmir because of low discharge in the rivers. So the valley, as also Jammu, is completely dependent on imports of power from center. But as observers have been saying, that the government has realized that it is operating under constraints in a union territory, so government is trying to engage with center to ensure that smooth functioning of the government takes place until the restoration of statehood takes place in Jammu and Kashmir, and after that, with a full mandate that Omar Abdullah and Congress government had, then they will also have the power to govern the state smoothly.